Dana. Welcome back to Decorate with Dana, and welcome to my first official decorating video for Christmas 2025. I am so excited to get this house all cozy. I already have, it is October 29th. I already have all of the fall down, all of the Halloween down, except for outside, because of course we have trick-or-treaters. So I left the outside all decorated for the trick-or-treaters, but otherwise everything has been put away, and we are starting this decorating as we do for most holidays and seasons here at the coffee bar. It is the area where we start every single day, so I can begin as I'm decorating each room, coming over here, grabbing a cup of coffee or hot cocoa or an espresso, and continue decorating. So I like to start in this space. It is a little area that is in my kitchen. And yeah, I'm excited to get started. I've cleared off most of it. I think I have a couple things up there on that upper shelf, but we're going to get started. I'm going to be using a lot of my gingerbread decor on the coffee bar area. I just love the way it feels. I like the coziness of it. So we're going to use most of our gingerbread decor, but you know, I don't really have a set theme this year. I just really love deep reds and burgundies, browns, but also all of the other traditional greens and everything. So no set theme. We are just using a lot of what we already have. The first day that I decorate is always very overwhelming for me because I must have 20 bins of decor, and it's just always like just wondering where to start. But we're just gonna do it. We're gonna dive in. I have no set plan in my head yet what's going where. We're just gonna try it and see. And yeah, so let's get decorating for Christmas 2025, the coffee bar. Starting out here on the top shelf, I'm pretty much going to work my way. I'm going to start at the top and work my way down. However, you'll see throughout the video, I do go back and forth and add different things. But I'm starting out on the top, and this shelf is really for display only. It's too high. I don't really put functional pieces up there. They're mostly just decor pieces. And I'm using my Pottery Barn gingerbread house and the Pottery Barn tree, and then filling it in with some other gingerbread pieces from other various stores. I also added a garland with these really cute gingerbread lights that I found at Michael's. On the lower shelf is where I keep a little bit more of the functional items along with some decor pieces. This really cute gingerbread house I found at a local store to me last year. And then I'm just adding my canisters. That's my ground coffee canister. I do have to add more to that, but and then I'm also adding some hot cocoa and some snowman mug toppers that I found from Home Goods this year. But I don't pre-plan what I'm doing, so you'll see that I end up shifting everything down because I end up adding another, or actually the Pottery Barn gingerbread cookie jar that looks like a house, and I didn't want it underneath the house on the shelf above it. I wanted it to be more kitty corner, so I end up shifting everything, and you will see what I mean here in just a minute. I love this gingerbread cookie jar from Pottery Barn, but I don't like that it doesn't seal, so I have to put the cookies inside a large Ziploc bag to keep them fresh, but it is an adorable piece. Down on the hook rail down below, I am just adding a gingerbread towel. I've had this for a few years now. And then I'm just adding a few mugs that I found at Kohl's last year. They're very neutral. They have little gingerbread men and some holly. They're just really cute. So I play with this a little bit and I end up hiding the extra S hooks that I'm not using, or most of them, underneath the towel, just so that they're not just hanging there. But I wanted to keep it pretty simple here. So I recently got they're little like tubes for the espresso machine, and in it I can measure out exactly 19 grams of espresso. Really cool because it has a little like funnel. This is all wood and it has this little stand, because every time I had to make espresso I couldn't get it to come out right unless I measured the beans exactly, 19 grams of beans. So this I'm able to measure out so I can make 10 different espressos without having to refill it, without having to pull out the scale every time and measure it. So I just thought this was really cool. So I am just gonna put that right here next to the espresso machine so I can grab one whenever I need to make an espresso. This little shelf on the side, I like to add my coffee syrups to, so they kind of are out of the way. This really pretty picture is an Etsy download, and I just purchased this arched frame from Hobby Lobby and added that in there, and I just think it looks so cute. I have a couple of different coffee syrups and some peppermint crunch that I end up taking out of the jar and putting it in a clear glass jar. I just like the way that that looks just a little bit better. This is another one of those areas I play with a little bit and end up making some changes here in a minute, but I'm adding this marble riser, and I've had this gingerbread sugar dish for quite a while, and then I ended up adding this little cloche with some faux gingerbread cookies, but I do end up changing that around here in just a minute. And then I remembered that I had that adorable gingerbread candle from Target, so I wanted to add that here to the shelves, so I decided to pop that in also. So the next day I ended up doing a shop with me at Home and Michael's, and I ended up finding this adorable gingerbread tree. It looks like whipped cream at Michael's, so I decided to switch it up a little bit, add that tree here along with one of those other little trees that came from Target, and then add this really cute mug that was also from Michael's with my stirring spoons. So this decorating took place over a couple days, but I am going to show you how I make one of my favorite coffees here, which I did do that the day before I made these changes. Okay, so I just wanted to show you how I make an espresso, one of my favorites so far. It's still an iced one. It's close to being hot in espresso time, but for now I'm still going to make an iced salted maple latte. I have been loving this lately, so I just went ahead and dumped one of my things in here and ground the beans. But you do not need to have this type of an espresso machine. You can have a Nespresso and just brew a shot or double shot of espresso, or you can just use the Nescafe powder. I think it's like Nescafe Gold. It is delicious and it makes great espresso, and you don't need any kind of a machine. So anybody can do this at home. I just wanted to share this with you really quick. So I dumped my beans in and then ground them up. So now I'm just gonna stamp them down and I'll show you what I'll do next. All right, so I'm gonna use this Trader Joe's organic maple butter. All this is maple syrup whipped into this butter form. So if you do not have this, you can just use regular maple syrup. It will be the same, but I just took a spoon of that, and then I also sprinkled in some cinnamon and sea salt. This, I'm gonna brew the espresso over this because this is cold, and then it'll just kind of melt into the espresso. In the meantime, I'm gonna go get 6 to 8 ounces of whatever kind of milk you want. I'm using regular whole milk, but you can use oat milk or almond milk or whatever you want. So I have my double shot of espresso, so I'm just gonna stir this around. You can see it starts to melt off the spoon. Just get it stirred into the espresso really well. Like I said, I have about 8 ounces of milk, and I've started doing this technique where I put the espresso in the milk first before I add the ice, because then the milk, it's not like putting hot espresso over the ice. So I feel like the ice doesn't melt quite as fast. So once that's all stirred in, then I'm just gonna add that into my espresso. Give this a really good stir. Just gonna add my ice. Then of course, to top it off, you have to add whipped cream. And then I just sprinkle a little bit of this cinnamon sugar on top. Add your straw. And you have a perfect salted maple iced latte. Hey you guys, I hope you enjoyed my first Christmas 2025 decorating video working here on the coffee bar. I think it turned out adorable. This one is very gingerbread themed, but there's much more colorful type of decorating coming your way. So if you are new here, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel and follow me over on Instagram at Decorate with Dana. As usual, anything I can have linked, I will have linked down in the description box. But if you have any questions, please feel free to leave me a comment. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
But also when it's cold and drear, oh Christmas tree, thy leaves are so unchanging. Oh Christmas tree, such pleasure do you bring me. Oh Christmas tree, such pleasure do you bring me. For every year this Christmas tree brings to us such joy and glee. Oh, Christmas tree, oh.